Okay, let's have a look at this listing here. The lot. I've had these shakuhachi for a long time, and back in the day I used to sell shakuhachi quite a bit until I guess pretty much everyone got into it, and I just couldn't make anything out of it really. And that was that. But now I found over the years I've had loads of them, and I find that these particular ones were sort of put to the sidelines, and due to each one having a slight flaw here and there. But the plan is to send them all. I think that someone out there that repairs shakuhachi, that's interested in that sort of thing, would do very well. Would really love these. And what I'm going to do also, these are some really antique. Oh, you'll find I have lots of sheet scores, music scores. And let me just take a waltz around here and I'll give you a bit of an idea what I'm talking about here for those of you that don't know me. Here, these are antique, real deal. They're generally from say 1860s to 1940s, that sort of thing. I do sell those on occasion. I've got some in my eBay store. If you check that out, you'll find them. They're the real deal. Over here I find this stuff here. This is real deal urushi lacquer. That's Kamakura right there. That's Aka right there. Yeah, but it's urushi. That's the real deal. I've got a whole bunch of them in here. That's that one. But unfortunately, like, I used to send these via overseas and stuff. There's another Kamakura right there, and that's a different form of red. Blue right there. What I'm trying to say is that I used to send them until I got a knock on the door from the customs people, and they said to me, "Hey, you got any idea what that means?" And I'm like, "What?" And it turns out they're flammable, and therefore can't send them. So that was that. So it's a pity I can't send these things to you, and the reason why I say that is because you'll find that the urushi lacquer being utilized in, say, hold on a second, say this for instance, like that, in order to create that really nice, create a nice seal. So it's most unfortunate that I can't send those to you guys anymore. Anyways, let's move on to it. Here we've got some old school antique music score sheets, quite the bunch of them, and so I'll just throw those in. They all fold out, there's a bunch of them right there, so I'll throw those in also. So you get those. Here's some old school covers. There's 3 of them there. And you get some, what do you call it, Utaguchi protectors or something like that. There's 3, 4, there's another one over there. So, right, now let's move on. Oh, and you get a couple of, one of those. I thought I had more, but who knows. So, yeah, you get all that. And let's move on to this. Now, this particular flute here, what's that? That'd be a shakuhachi or something like that, maybe. Is it nishaku, I can't remember. Now this one here, it does have, see, they all have a bit of a flaw. You'll see here it's got a bit of cracking in there where it's split up a bit. So I think some good solid binding on that, and you can bring this one back. A good Utaguchi going on there. So that's could be brought back to existence. Now this one here, I'd say that's what are they, 1.6, I guess. Shakuroku. Now, what was the going on with this? A loose fitting, it's just loose here, that's all. So if you were to improve the fit, I think you would have yourself a nice little 1.6 right there. And again, oh no, there's a little, there you go, there's a little bit of a chip in the Gucci right there. So that's, but it's close. This one here, not good condition on the reed right there. Loose, fairly loose in the fit. But it does have a sign. It's very difficult to make out. And that's that. I don't know. That's not a split. Is it a split line? I'm not certain. Maybe it's just grain line. Okay, now here we go with this one here, with crazy old. Let's see, a little bit of a chip out of there. It does have a split line down here, which that's had binding. You see, so this thing's had a bit of work on it. This must have been a pretty expensive setup back in the day. Feels like a nice solid fit there, so that, you know, might be able to bring that back also. Now this one here would have been a very expensive one also. Loose fit, has a good, nice small reed. That's in good nick right there. That's silver. They're silver fittings right there. So this one would have been quite an expensive piece. It is loose, so if you were to work on that, you would definitely have, I mean, if you can bring that to the fore, look at this coloration going on here. That's signed. If you can bring this one back, you have yourself a very good flute indeed. That's old school. Right, this one here, another very old school piece. Real large reed on that one. And it's actually a single piece, but it looks like it's two piece, but it's a singular. Look at that, there's a piece of brass right in the end there. Isn't that rare? So that's that one. And this one here is an interesting piece. It's just got bamboo in the reed section. I could never get this one to sound. I think that someone at some stage made an extra hole too, and it lost its sound. But I think if it's signed also, I think if you worked on that, I don't know, plug the hole I guess, you might be able to bring that one back. Nice good fit in that one. Now this one here, the floor with this, it would need binding. All dust all over it. That's why I'm not going to try and play them, because all the dust. you might want to slide something down there and clean them out. They've been sitting around for a long time. Beautiful reed going on there. Is signed. And this one here, sadly, it split, cracking on here. But if you were to bind that again or seal it somehow, you could have yourself pretty good. I think the fit's good on that. Have yourself a pretty good, so that's a shakuhachi. Yeah, that's the size of the shakuhachi also. So what we got there, that'll be shaku-kyu. This is shakuhachi. That'll be shaku-roku. What's that? Shaku-kyu, I guess. This would be shaku-kyu. Ooh. Yeah, something like that. Something on those lines. But there you are. That's a pretty long vid. This will take me a while to upload. There you go. You get all that. And I'll stick it up in a 7-day listing. This would be really great for someone that's keen to work on them and bring them back to the fore. If you do repair them, I think that you might have yourself a pretty good bargain all the way from Japan. There you are. I'm ABAREBUGYO, and hopefully you'll check out some of my other stuff, and especially my music scores, the real deal. Nakao Tozan, the Tozan Ryu, from the Tozan Ryu, I've got plenty of those. And some real rare songs that vanished, and I managed to find them. So there you go.